All right, assignment one. So about my first pole class, what do I remember? I remember it being kind of awkward because this was my first time. I remember it was a small studio and they had about 5 to 6 poles. Um, and I remember the first time. It I don't know. It was just weird. It was weird because I had never done it before. I would say what I did like was um the whole body positive atmosphere. Like nobody really like judges you, and I would have to say what I really didn't like was just like the teaching style. It's a little fast for me. Um, the teacher didn't necessarily make me uncomfortable. I just felt like maybe she just taught a little too fast, and I felt like she more so, what am I trying to say? Like her teaching was more so geared towards like more advanced students. Like the way she taught things, it was like more so for like advanced students, and I can like never really catch on. So the entire time I just kind of like struggled and I couldn't follow anything, and like I just could not get the way that she broke down a move or a spin or a climb. um I would have to say nothing in particular really stood out to me like that. um but how was my teacher? I'd say she was a nice teacher. She was a nice instructor, but I just kind of felt like her teaching style, she's more so used to like more advanced students and not really necessarily beginners. um what made me come back? So the studio that I went to is no longer around. I think they closed about 2 or 3 years ago. But I remember the studio having a YouTube channel, and she would post videos of like solo choreography on the pole. And I remember the song that she danced to was called Mirror with Lil Wayne and I think it was Bruno Mars. And I just remember seeing her do these leg hangs, the Geminis, and was on a spinning pole, and she looked so strong. And I was just like, God, I can see myself like doing that. Like they used to post like showcases and stuff, and I kind of always like imagined myself being in like a showcase or doing these amazing tricks whilst on the pole. So I think that's kind of what inspired me to want to come back, although I ended up switching studios after like the second or third class at the old studio. I would have to say what was great about my teacher was, even though I felt like her teaching was a little more so geared towards um more advanced students, she always would tell me during that time in class, um, don't look at the other girls. Don't look at the other girls. Just keep your eyes focused on you and what I'm doing. Because I guess she picked up on that I was kind of sort of comparing myself to all the other girls because they were a little more advanced, and I'm over here like struggling and I can't get it and can't get the momentum and I don't look graceful. And she's like, don't look at her. Don't look at her. Don't bother. You know? And I remember at the end of class, I remember there was a student there who wanted to send a video to her significant other, and I remember the instructor recorded it, and I'm over here like, whoa, I wish I could do that. And she was like, you'll get there, it'll take time. So I think she kind of sort of picked up on the fact that I was kind of sort of comparing myself and was kind of like feeling like bad about myself. I kind of wish that they would have taught just a little bit slower. I wish they would have broke it down more. I felt like maybe she moved a little too quickly and wasn't thorough enough. I mean, she wasn't a bad instructor, but I just felt like, just as I've said plenty of times in this video, that I feel like maybe her teaching style was more geared towards students who've had some experience under their belt. But that's really about it. So I will see you around.